en el mundo del boxeo.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. I'm here with Juan de lo Mio. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Good, my brother. First and foremost, I wanted to tell you it's a pleasure to be here with you on the platform, and it's so good to see you.
You breaking up, man? You need to pay that. He need
It's
to
a lot
pay
of great
that.
news out here.
Yeah, I don't know. You broke up a little bit there. I don't know. I don't know if you need to connect to better Wi-Fi, but
Yeah, you're good now.
yeah, nah, man, I appreciate you, man. I really do. You definitely the captain of the Dominican boxing fans. Yeah, esa la apodo que te voy a poner, capitán. My man always repping Dominican boxing. Uh, so I definitely appreciate you. And there's a lot to talk about, man. First, let's start off with Rohan Polanco, man. Shout out to Rohan Polanco, who has been matched tough and so far has passed every test with flying colors. Uh, what people, all the people,
That
what's up?
heck, keep going, keep going.
No. And then the feedback I get from everybody else is that this kid was a beast in the amateurs. He fought in the Olympics. He traveled a lot. He won silver in the Pan American Games. So it's not like his success is coming out of nowhere. If you know amateur boxing, but I know he was this good. I'll be honest with you. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was this good.
He's poised, man. You could say he has the mid range, the close game, the outside game, and they need to stop feeding him these guys that they're feeding him. They need to
Oh, but they feeded him tough. He fought Cesar Francis. He fought what was his name?
the prospects already. The other hot prospects.
Oh, you
Yeah, but
saying
what is he
going in
showing?
there?
What is he showing you? He's showing because he's blowing these guys out. So he's showing you that that's not his level.
Who would like to
Yo,
see him in? He's at 140. Who would you like to see him in with? Damn, bro, you got to fix that
throw him in there
internet,
with
brother.
Tiger Johnson. Let's see who. No, you know what's crazy? It seems like you're the one freezing. So I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna reconnect and come back in. All
Yeah, do
right.
that, do that. Yeah. Well, while Juan tries to figure that out, we we uh uh we had a whole back and forth with Rohan Polanco and Omar Rosario on Instagram, but they were going back and forth, little Puerto Rico DR rivalry. Well, no, I don't want to say rivalry, but like little back and forth. And Rohan Polanco actually beat him twice in the amateurs, if I'm not mistaken. And Omar Rosario just lost. So that I mean that could be somebody that they throw him in, but I don't see Top Rank doing that. I don't see Top Rank risking their their fighter against Rohan. Like they I think they understand what they got. And honestly, Top Rank they recently put out a poll. They recently put out a poll, and I want to show the fans, show you guys how it came out. They put out a poll as to vote for your 2023 fighter to watch. And Emiliano Vargas came up first with 44.3%. And to my surprise, Rohan Polanco came in number two with 37.8. You see the check mark here, you know who I voted for. But yeah, no, I was surprised. So a lot of people are taking note of just how good this guy is. So shout out to him, man. I really like um how they moving him. I think at first when I saw them matching him tough, I was a bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, damn man, the guy only had like 8, 9 fights, and he's fighting these experienced veterans, and he's passed those tests with flying colors. Like that Cesar Francis performance was just magic. To be honest with you, it was a little bit boring the first 3, 4. I want to say the first 2, 3 rounds. And then once he started warming up, he started landing shots. That left hook is just nasty, and he's poised, he's calm, and it seems like he has a very heavy hands. I really like that kid, and he's definitely in the conversation for prospect of the year. I honestly, for how about this for Broadway Joel's channel, Rohan Polanco is prospect of the year. How about that? Since I know he's not gonna get it, by ESPN, who voted Bruce Carrington, and I know the Boxing Writers Association. I got to give it to Rohan Polanco, considering the level of competition he's fought and how he's looked. A lot of these other prospects, they're looking amazing, but they fighting guys that, 12-5, guys like that. That's you go right now, open up another tab on your cell phone and look up their resumes. It's not matching up, brother. It's not matching up to what Rohan Polanco got.
Definitely. Where you left off at, my boy?
Now I was just saying how, if we really keeping it 100, if we talk about level of competition, Rohan Polanco may be prospect of the year. You hear me?
When you compare it for ESPN,
I don't know what's up with his internet, man. I don't know what's up. But yeah, I wanted to start it off with Rohan, talk about him, and when Juan gets back, maybe he should just use his cell phone. I think he's using a laptop or something. Let me text him. Not bad, fellas. Sometimes we got these technical difficulties, but a lot of y'all still haven't left, so I appreciate that. Hold on a second.
I got into my phone. I got into my phone. My desktop is acting up, I think.
Yeah. I had just text you that too. So
yeah, definitely.
We both had the same idea.
Yeah, Joel, no. I heard what you said. In terms of prospects at 140, or overall, you mean?
I mean overall, like you got to look at it like these other guys. Yeah, they looking good. Who they looking good against? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you look at Rohan Polanco's, they throwing them in with the Wolves.
Undefeated.
And what they realizing is that the Wolves they throwing them in against, he's a fucking lion. He's eating these dudes alive. You get what I'm saying?
And you know it's saying something about the matchmaking when it comes to particular fighters that they want to protect. They're showing right away they're not trying to protect them.
When I interviewed his trainer, I don't know if you remember when I interviewed his trainer, he said that they told him, you Dominican, we're gonna match you tough. Remember when I had him on?
And been said that. You've been called it before he even said that to you.
But because I know the game. I know the game. When I interviewed Elvis Rodriguez's manager, was like 2 years ago, a year ago, I don't remember when it was. He told me that Top Rank was like, he's Dominican, he don't sell, he gonna have to take whatever fight we give him, blah, blah, blah. It's like that. I was like, damn. Like
that kills me with this, they don't sell. No, you're used to promoting a particular fighter from a particular country, which makes your job easier to promote. Teofimo wasn't selling out 10,000 in New York early on, was he? He was fighting in little arenas.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Teofimo. When they were bringing Teofimo up as a prospect, was Teofimo filling up arenas?
And he was still only fighting in the Hulu theater. He's still only fighting now. He
had an exciting style.
It's like
Polanco's knocking out the guys that they're putting up against. Okay, we don't speak English. Say that. So we could work on that with him on his team. But don't and that's not even because some of the greatest fighters we ever had didn't speak English.
I never heard Julio Cesar Chavez or Felix Trinidad.
Marco Antonio Barrera.
None of these dudes speak English. Like, what are we talking about?
You know
what pisses me off? What pisses me off is like, they only like, Dominicans don't sell. I understand you want to promote to the person's country, but that shouldn't be the only thing. Because I'm an Inoue fan. I'm a Bivol fan. I'm a Canelo fan. I'm a Devin Haney fan. I'm a fan of a bunch of
I'm in boxing because of Mexicans.
I like boxing. It doesn't matter. You need to promote to the fans. Forget the country.
I'm a Sims fan ever since I seen him on here. And
shout
I
out to
backstory. I'm a weird what's the name fan now too. That just knocked out Cobra.
Ryo.
Why? Because I'm seeing them against my guys. They're fighting today. I'm a fan of boxing.
Yeah. Also, I want to shout out my guy Brian Mendoza. I'm a fan of him too. Like you get what I'm saying?
Dan Matias. You can't tell me nothing about that guy.
Yeah, Matias is nasty. We all know that. Yo, somebody said, but they mad hyping Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh.
Thank you for that comment. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, and I'm just going by what his trainer said. You know what I'm saying? We not making this up out of air. His
put these fighters that are hot prospect against the Wolves, and the cream of the creme is gonna rise up, and we're gonna support that guy because that's the guy.
Facts. I don't care where a guy's from. If he
I'm
fight,
a Sims fan because he beat one of my guys.
Kenny Sims could come on this channel anytime he want, and he knows that.
And had a fight of the year candidate against
Akhmadov.
That Rolly didn't fight.
Yeah.
For that 40-pound title, he should be the next one to contend for that title because he had one of the hardest roles.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, he beat Elvis. He beat Akhmadov. You know what I'm saying?
We
gotta give my man
better than Puello
beat him.
Better than Puello beat him.
I agree. Both were close fights, but I think Kenny Sims.
Who they're gonna give the title shot to? They're probably gonna give it to Ryan. And this is the shit that we hate about boxing, that the people that get the hardest road to the top, and we understand the business, but damn.
I'll say that. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Ryan Garcia on Twitter said that he's already negotiating with Devin Haney for a fight and that he's not even looking at Rolly anymore. That's what Ryan Garcia said. So I just wanted to stop you right there. Hold on.
I think that, Joel, I'm going to be real with you. I'm becoming even a Ryan fan because I'm seeing him trying to make fights.
I've been a Ryan fan.
Trying to make.
I've been a Ryan fan, so this ain't nothing new for me. I've been
Guy's a real fighter, man. He was the guy that was trying to take his head off.
No, and he was coming to make the fight too. He wasn't coming to dance.
That's the perfect example of someone staying in the outside, what Shakur tried to do with Edwin, but still fighting, still engaging, not just running. That's the style. That's a boxing puncher style. The style that we claim that other fighters try to do. Can you, Joel? How do you see that fight? That's
Haney versus Ryan.
No, that's a typical fight of a boxer that's staying in the outside but still engaging.
Oh yeah, you talking about Haney? Yeah. Haney boxes, but he's not
performance and Haney's last performance.
For sure.
Those are the styles that we can agree and say, okay, that's a guy that he knows his benefits to stay on the outside, but he's still gonna engage.
Yeah, I mean, Shakur trying to make the excuse that he was hurt and all this, but like, you know, I don't know.
You never seen him publicly say that. You saw the commentator say that. You never see him say that.
I saw an interview. I saw an interview where he was like, obviously, I'm not throwing punches because, you know, my arm was hurting and all that. I'm like, whatever, man. Like, you know, like, hold on. I want to address this comment. It says, I think prospect of the year Dominican will have to be Yan Santana. Look, I see what you see in Yan Santana. Yan Santana definitely got skills. Y'all remember when?
But you didn't say that. You said overall, not just Dominican. Overall,
yeah.
Title. If you want a prospect of the year type of title, you got to knock out another hot top prospect to me. And they haven't put him in against one yet. They're saying Tiger.
Exactly. The thing with Yan Santana, I was getting to that. I see everything you see. I think this kid is super talented, man. But his level of competition doesn't match up with the level of competition Rohan Polanco has done. It just doesn't match up. No disrespect. Y'all know I love Yan Santana. Yeah, that's something y'all don't have to doubt. You know what I'm saying?
And we know him. I know that kid because of you. I never knew that kid that talented.
Yeah, you know, and he will be fighting in New York City in his next fight.
Como?
He will be fighting on the undercard of O'Shaquie Foster versus what's this dude's name? The dude he's half Puerto Rican, half Dominican with the orange beard.
Oh,
you know his name. The guy who Robesi knocked out. It slips my mind for whatever. Abraham Nova. He's fighting on that undercard.
Are you kidding me?
You guys, I'm gonna say you guys because you know our media. I'm gonna try to go as media. You guys could go buy out a section, have y'all fun and all that. So he definitely gonna be there.
Breaking news.
Yeah, and speaking of Rohan Polanco, he's gonna be fighting March 2nd on the undercard of Luis Alberto Lopez. He's fighting. It's in Verona, New York. It's in upstate New York. So he'll be fighting there. And what was that?
What undercard again?
Luis Alberto Lopez, Venado, the 126 IBF champion, the guy who beat Josh Warrington.
Oh yeah. He fights with Tom Brand, right?
Yeah. He's fighting on that undercard. And there's some big news coming out from LD Cedeno. I can't announce that one. That one I can't announce it, but I just want to get the fan base excited and say that there's some big news coming from LD. That's all I can say.
Signing with someone or a good opponent?
That's all I can say. All I can say is there's big news coming with LD, and I think you guys are gonna be very excited once everything plays out.
You think so?
Yeah. And no, in Verona, it's Rohan Polanco's fighting Verona. Yan Santana is actually fighting in New York City. He's fighting in the Hulu Theater. Al Simmons says Yan Santana's skill set is higher than Polanco. I mean, the thing is, we really can't say who has higher skill set until we see Santana in with tougher competition. With Polanco, we've seen him in with some dogs, and he's made it look easy. So we gotta give Polanco his credit for how easy he's made fights.
We have to understand this is a boxing, like Joel explained it earlier. There are guys that are gonna look like the superstar against average competition, and we don't know who they are yet into their face level of opponent. Remember, Rayo was projected as to being one of the best guys until they put him on with a guy with the same talent level. And that's why Edwin is who he is right now. So we cannot judge these guys when they're up against guys he should beat. You understand what I'm saying? Joel, we don't know.
I understand perfectly what you're saying. And that's why I was explaining to the guy, I'm like, you could say he has a higher skill set. And I'm not saying he does or he doesn't, because at this point, it's hard to tell because of the level of competition is so different. Rohan Polanco, say whatever you want. He's facing some tough guys. I'm now, is he facing world champions? No. But he also only has like 11 fights. And he's fought dudes who have one loss, 2 losses, 1 draw. He's not fighting guys with upside down records. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah. And it's making it look easy.
That's what's even
not
more
even competitive.
So I like that's why I gotta give it to him, man.
Taking shots, countering right there. So this is somebody to be excited about if you're not only if you're Dominican, if you're a boxing fan.
Yo, one of my boys text me. One of my boys, he's black, and he texted me. He was like, "Yo, this is my favorite Dominican right now." After he saw Rohan's last performance, he texted me. He was like, "Yo, this is my favorite Dominican."
Who's Rohan?
Yeah, because he was like, "Yo, this is the guy that I can see becoming like a big superstar." And what I like about Rohan is he lives in America, so he's not doing the back and forth.
He's vested. He's vested. This is his life.
Yeah, esta su vida, he came here to stay. He came here to live. This is his new life. That's what I like about him.
Sleeping in the gym all day. He told, and that's what you want to see. If we want to take this sport of ours we love to the next level for our fan base, for our people, for us to have, this is what we got to do. These are the sacrifices that got to be made.
Yo, listen to this. I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people caught this. My interview with Rohan Polanco's trainer. He said that Rohan Polanco lives on the second floor, and then on the first floor is the boxing gym.
It's
And
right
then
there.
he works out 3 times a day.
So you know the production that's gonna come out of there.
He putting in that work, man. I got a lot of respect for that kid.
And now it's a problem because now it's like, damn, we got a nice hot prospect, but we don't want to ruin our other prospects that we might be able to sign for. They have a problem, Joel. You know that, right?
Listen, man. They've had enough surprises when it comes to the Dominicans, you know, the same way with the Rayo and Cobra, how they got a surprise. Those surprises are still gonna come. And some are learning. Some are going, you know what? These guys ain't just showing up for a check anymore. They're really knocking shit off. And we've seen a new wave of Dominican boxing. What's up? You was gonna say something?
I definitely want to give a shout out to Cobra, man. I've seen a lot of people on his tail laughing at him. Yo, he didn't have to take that fight again. He's not even a true lightweight, to be honest with you. Rayo's really a 140-pounder that could get down to 135. Rayo's a big dude, ain't pop. And for you to want to fight this guy twice, so let's give a shout out to him. Cobra's still going to make a lot of guys look bad at 130.
Listen, like Cobra, I don't know how good he is, not because of his talent.
That's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup for him. And Cobra, I don't know that fighting style he has for a puncher like that to sit on the ropes. I don't.
The thing is with Cobra is he's always had a reputation of like not being 100% dedicated, and then we saw with the Hector Luis Garcia fight how he was totally disrespecting him at the press conference, calling him a bum, how he's gonna juggle him and all types of shit. And then he got beat up. And I saw an interview where he said he went to a depression, he wasn't even going to the gym, and then he went back in the gym, and then he had that close fight with Rayo, which I thought was a close fight. I could see people feeling like Rayo won. I could see how people felt Cobra won. It was a close fight. Huh?
I gave it to Cobra, and guess what?
When
I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, robbery! It should have been Rayo." And then when I saw it on replay, I'm like, "Oh shit! Hold on." There's rounds where I gave it to Cobra because Rayo had only moments in the fight.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. But then we saw the second fight, man. He put him to sleep with one shot, you know. And remember that first round? Oh, well, both first rounds, but I'm talking about the second fight. That first round, I felt like he almost knocked him out right there. So, I thought it was a miscalculated move by Colbert to fight that guy. If you squeaked out a win, you take your win and move back down to 130.
Get out of there. Go back to 130.
Yo, give me this guy.
Start at 135. But you know what it is? If you have PBC, that's a promotable fight. Him and Tank. Give Tank another light matchup.
Hold on, wait. You telling me they did that rematch to make Colbert a fighter for Tank?
Look at the business model they had with Tank, though. Let's get a guy that's not that of a killer and put him against Tank.
Yo, honestly, Colbert to me, he looks like a 126-pounder. He don't look big. He looks skinny. He looks like like his frame is small. So and he's fighting at 135. He's a small 130. Possibly could fight at 26.
And this is somebody that PBC was pushing for a long time, had main events and all. And they put him against. They mistakenly put him against somebody that was Olympic pedigree in Hector Luis Garcia, 2 weeks notice. And this is what happens in boxing once you put the talent levels to see each other. And it wasn't even fair. If that guy would have had a better training camp, he probably would have knocked Colbert out if he had a full training camp. So what we're trying to give you guys and educate the boxing audience, boxing is not what it is until we see these guys fight competition that's worthy of their talent level.
Well, speaking of fights that are worthy of the talent level, like you're saying, where the talent level is even, I wanted to discuss this fight with you and the public as well. So Michael Benson recently tweeted, Dmitry Bivol has reportedly signed his side of the deal to fight Artur Beterbiev next for the undisputed light heavyweight world titles in Saudi Arabia. Beterbiev must beat Callum Smith on January 13th and then agree to his side to finalize the fight. This was according to Dan Rayfield.
That gets my juices going.
What's up?
That gets my juices going. Because even though Callum Smith is a good opponent, we know the pedigree that Beterbiev brings to the table. Those two guys fighting each other, those are the 1 and 2 guys in that division. Right or wrong?
Oh, that 100%. And when Bivol beats Beterbiev, I'll be proven right how good Bivol is. I think
he should be on the pound for pound list.
I think he already is. I personally have Bivol. I think I may have him number 3 right now. I think people underrate his Canelo wins so much. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you, because almost nobody picked Bivol to beat Canelo. They called him a duck. They called him a cherry pick, all this. And then when he beats him is, oh, you beat a 168 pounder. Get the fuck out of here. It don't work like that with me. It don't work like that with me. You either
easy. Not easy. It was a relatively easy win. It wasn't even like
cook Canelo. Like, that was easy work. And I'm a Canelo fan, but yo, he made that look easy. I think he won like 10 rounds, possibly 11. And like at the time, Canelo was in my pound for pound list was number 1. So you dominated.
Never heard nobody talking about Bivol going to kill Canelo. I didn't hear nobody saying that.
Yeah, like nobody was saying that. There was a few people who picked him, but nobody was saying like this is gonna be Bivol's one of his easiest fights. Absolutely not.
That's already a tough fight.
What?
You had it as a tough fight going in?
Absolutely. I thought it was a 50-50 fight, but I edged it to Canelo. I'm like, I don't know. Canelo got a lot of experience. He's crafty, but Bivol definitely had a chance in my book. I was like, hey, you never know. And it came out so one-sided. I can't say I saw that. Now, I could say I saw possibly Bivol winning, because he's such a good fighter, but no way.
That's how you take a fight from a superstar from the A side. You push the fight. You push the fight. That guy was winning the rounds, and it was time. He just kept punching. You noticed that, Joel? He just kept coming forward. Like, no, I'm going to make sure the judges know that I beat you.
Yo, and all 3 judges had it 7-5 for Bivol.
And it was more than that.
It was way more than that. Come on, man.
It was like 8-3. It was like 9, like 10-2.
I don't remember my scorecard, but I think I had it like 10-2. I'm like, they were like 115. All 3 judges in agreement. 115, 113. I was like, oh, they're gonna rob this poor guy, man. But then they said Bivol. So
that's how you do it. It's unfortunate. You saw the Figueroa with Robesi fight? Please tell me you see.
Nah, I still haven't seen it, bro. I've been busy. I've been busy.
No. You're going to be excited once you see that fight because that's another example of, yo, I'm the B-side. I come from poverty. I'm taking this from you. No one was beating that guy that day.
I gotta watch that fight. You've talked to me about that fight too many times, man.
In my house, Joel, and I didn't have a dog I didn't have a dog in this fight. I was screaming because I couldn't believe what he was bringing out of him. He was bringing the best out of him because Robesi in spots will hit him hard, will rock him, and this guy was just forward.
Okay. Yo, those Mexicans, man, they tough, man. Those Mexicans are tough, man. Shout out to Mexico.
Shout out to Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. Definitely.
For sure. For sure, shout out to Mexican boxing. They always hold on. They Mexicans have always produced a lot of exciting fights from Barrera, Morales, Marquez, Chavez, Salvador Sanchez. Man, those guys are always in exciting fights, bro.
And you went back, Joel. For those that didn't know.
You know, in case people want to do their history, you know what I'm saying? Go back. Mexicans been bringing it to boxing for a minute, man, and it's definitely appreciated on this end as a fan. I also wanted to address a comment, an article that Arthur Beterbiev they wrote on Arthur Beterbiev. Well, I'll just read the title and then we could discuss the rest in depth. There's Arthur Beterbiev on David Benavidez possibly moving up. If he wants this fight, no problem. What do you think of that?
Listen, let's just be honest. When we see Benavidez fight, deep down inside, we like, yeah, that ain't a 50-50. We know that's a competitive fight, okay? But we know this is when we are telling you guys that there are fights that these fighters themselves know. I gotta have nuts to take this fight, and I gotta pull it out. I'm gonna be in a war. Those are some of those fights that they know are going to be, because Benavidez is really, he can really fight at that weight class. He has to trim down a lot to come down to 160.
He's missed weight before. At 168. So he can fight at 175. And he been talking about fighting Bivol for a minute. He was like, oh, if I can't get a Canelo fight, I'll move up to fight Bivol. I'm like, okay, so
Joel, it's the truth, Joel. These guys want to become stars. They have to go out. Boots has the same problem. Boots is gonna have a problem at 147 because there's now no superstar to make him a household name. He may have to go to 154 and fight Zoo or fight Jermell. That's just something he has to do. He's not a small guy. You feel what I'm saying, Joe? You want to become a star, then go up to the next weight class.
And I'm not even saying move up if you're not ready to move up. That's not what I'm saying. But what I will say is the guy has fought at 168 his whole career. You've missed weight before, so you're not a small 168 pounder. You eventually going to move up anyways. And you talked about moving up for Bivol. So now that the fight with Beterbiev and Bivol is allegedly agreed upon and it's going to happen after, the Callum Smith fight, yo, get the winner. If you can't get that Canelo fight, I'm glad his mindset is, yo, if I can't get that Canelo fight, I'm moving up. I'm moving up and getting the second biggest fight, and that's at light heavyweight to grab another fucking belt. You know what I'm saying? And I believe they done spar. Yo, shout out to my man Ness watching. De lo mío, que lo que mi hermano. Yeah, no. So I look at it like that. If my man talking like he willing to move up, and Beterbiev is saying he's willing to give him a shot. Right now, he got a fight to focus on. Well, actually, 2 fights if you really want to get gully. But hey, he got Will and Dan's partners at 175. So shout out to him.
Shout out. I also want to give a shout out to Ness, man. He's been doing some great work over there, and I think he's been going at the A size finally. He's finally going at them. I like that. But definitely,
Ness, say whatever you want about Ness. Ness been at this like for years, bro, for like 12, 15 years.
When it wasn't popular.
Yeah, back when like YouTube boxing wasn't really what it is now. And he saw the vision, started his shit. I remember, I'm gonna tell you, I told this story when I went up there and I got interviewed, but I'll say it again. I don't know if you remember this Dominican boxer named Delvin Rodriguez.
I remember.
He was gonna fight Cotto, and I called in, and I was like, yo, that's gonna be a good fight. This and the third. Ness was like, man, that's a garbage fight. That's a garbage fight. And I was like, hold the fuck up. And then, like we started arguing. He blew the horn on me. He was like, boo, 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 boo. He was like, yo, don't come over here talking crazy or something like that. I was like, yo, but hold on, that's a good fight. And in hindsight, he was right. Because fucking Delvin,
that boy got broke down.
yeah, I think he got knocked out like in the third round or something like that. But
from cold though.
Nah, but honestly, yo, Delvin Rodriguez, I'm not saying that. I don't think he ever would have beat Cotto if we're being fair. But I'm just saying in general, I feel like yo, a lot of fights, he got a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he never got those opportunities that these other guys get. But that honestly, that's what happens to us Dominicans, man. We don't get the opportunities when we are our best.
Bring him on the show one day because he was a good contender around that weight class. Yeah.
Oh, yo, you remember his fight with Pavel Wolak? That was like fight of the year or something like that. Yo,
if he had a fan base behind him, like the man, he would have believed me. He would have got more favorable fights and we would have had title positions.
And yeah, and those title shots, like the title shot he had against what's his name, Isaac Haswayo, I think he was South African. I don't remember where he was from. Yo, I thought he won that fight, man, and that was just pretty much his only shot.
In your eyes, wow.
Yeah, and he got robbed. Well, I don't think it was a robbery. I thought it was a close fight, but it should have gone his way. And as a lot of fights he was in, I feel bad for Delvin. Delvin was a good fighter. Was he a great fighter? No. But I thought he was a good fighter. And he was very entertaining. He was always in entertaining fights. I don't ever remember watching a Delvin Rodriguez fight.
He's an officer now, too.
He's a police officer?
I heard he's a police officer now, yeah. Delvin Rodriguez.
I don't think that's true. I think he owns a club in Danbury, Connecticut. That I know.
One of those guys got to be one of those Dominicans retired guys. I know. Remember the knockout kids that came out from Brooklyn? It was they called them the knockout brothers. What's their names?
The Chin Checkers.
The Chin Checkers. One of them is a cop. One of them had a longer career than the other. Obviously,
I don't remember. I don't remember who you talking about. Well, like I don't know if they. I don't know who you. The Chin Checkers you took that I remember was Jadon Condrington,
Jadon Condrington, and
Curtis Stevens,
and Stevenson. Yeah, they had a little buzz around them.
Maybe Condrington's a cop. I know Stevens ain't a cop.
Now the other one is in Atlanta. He ran into Alan Green, and this is what we talking about, guys. That was a bad knockout.
That was a nasty knockout.
He was out.
He was out cold. That was one of the nastiest knockouts I've ever seen.
Top little left hook, I think it was.
Yo, he got stiff and was on the ropes and shit.
I thought he never fought after that. I think
he retired after that.
That's the fight that retired him.
Damn.
And we got a long history. We pulling out the archives on y'all today.
Yeah, man. All y'all younger boxing fans, y'all googling these names right now. You're like, oh shit. All right, let me go learn something.
And what's crazy is that kid was in the Contender show. So he had a lot of buzz behind him. He had that's like having Instagram without social media back in the days.
Word.
Yo, a lot of fighters that came out of there got good paydays.
Sakio Bika.
They got paydays that they would have never got if it wasn't for that show. Why? Because we got to identify with them as a person. This is what the new boxing has to do, Joel. And we spoke about this. We spoke about this early on. Us as fans, the only reason I'm paying for tickets and flying to other states is when your talent level has to be good, but it has to be something about you that drives me to want to go see you because I got to spend time out of my day. Hours driving and income out of my pocket that I got to work for. So it's like the way boxing is being promoted right now, where they're only pushing the people at the top or the people that just come from a particular ethnic group, it has to change, man. It has to change, man. We got to come up with a series, Top Rank, PBC. Y'all have to invest in marketing for these guys, man. There's so many videographers out here now that
Yo,
will
but the
take.
thing, what upsets me most about how people promote now is yo, a lot of these things don't even cost that much. Yo, with $1,000, yo, you know what I could do with promoting with just $1,000? Yo, you making 75 grand off this event. You spend 1,000 on each fighter. Let's say each A-side fighter that you want to promote, bro. What the fuck? I don't get it, man.
Money. I could literally go on one of these websites as a freelancer, give him all the content and videos, and be like, "Yo, make a nice video for me. Put it together with a nice voiceover. I'm giving you only $100. That's it. I don't got more money."
Yeah. And then you boost it. You boost that video on Instagram, and that.
So they're doing a horrible job of, because a lot of these guys, even with losses, we will still follow them and watch them.
The thing is that, yo, look, all these promoters are all old, man. Al Heyman is old. Bob Arum is old. De La Hoya, he's not old, but he's older, and he may not be in touch with social media like that. Same thing with Eddie Hearn. He's not old, but he's older. It's like these dudes, they don't know exactly what needs to be done. They have an idea. Maybe they're doing okay, but they're not maximizing the internet the way they could be. Like if you see the way UFC promotes, you see they got somebody, they got young people working for them. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Say that again, Joel.
I was saying that everybody who's in boxing is old and doesn't understand the media, the internet like that. They don't know how to promote.
They have the same business model. This is something I learned from you, so I like to give kudos to I learn things from it. The same business model. Get whoever's hot from the Olympic team, sign them to a big bonus, whatever. Give him cab drivers for the next 10, 15 fights. Make them look incredible, and we got to start.
Yeah, it's like not all the time it's gonna work like that. Sometimes it will, but not all the time. Some people need a little bit of extra push, especially the guys who are talented, but yet don't have the like Rohan Polanco got swag. He was dancing in there, doing all types of shit.
But you missed out on gems like Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias' amateur record wasn't crazy. 120, I think it was. But look, you have a star in that guy. So other guys need more of a push. This guy should be a household name by now because the type of fight he brings, Joel. You know you're going to let him fight.
You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence, but he needs to get promoted better. I'll say that. He needs to get promoted better. That style is way too exciting for him not to be as popular as he should be.
Too exciting, man. So there's guys that are not, even Tank, you could say. Tank wasn't a heavily coveted amateur. And look, PBC got them a gem. Obviously, they know they worked them, they moved them real right.
Still moving them right.
They moving them real right. I still think he hasn't been in a 50-50 fight. What about you, Joel? Like a fight that you
no, he hasn't been in a 50-50 fight, no.
And a fight that I was for his talent level. Because his talent level, and I can see why he lost fights in the amateurs. A lot of fights. Because he doesn't punch a lot.
Well, I would love to see him and Devin Haney fight.
He should have been for Lomachenko. He should have been for that guy.
Yeah. He definitely ducked Lomachenko. I want to say that he definitely ducked Lomachenko. That's a facts.
You heard the interview that they said? Oh yeah, Floyd doesn't want him in hard fights early on because he wanted him to last a little longer. Because they asked him about Lomachenko, and that's the response he gave. He doesn't want me type of fights early on because he wants me to last, and Lomachenko wants to fight now because he's old. That's not even a good rebuttal. I would have never even said that.
I don't know if you remember, he got mad at Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather was trying to make the fight with him and Lomachenko.
What?
Yeah, this happened, whatever, 2015. I have no idea what year it was.
Tell him about that?
Yeah, there was I think he unfollowed him on Twitter or something like that. It was like a whole big thing where where he got mad at Floyd because Floyd was trying to make the fight. I was like,
Oh, I've never heard of that. You serious?
yeah. It's crazy. It's
Because if
crazy.
you look at Styles, that style is going to be dangerous for Tank. Because you could see Lomachenko, the way he fights, he comes in, and you got to be able to catch him. And he's great defensively, too. And he's punching.
I think Lomachenko, I think he would knock out Lomachenko.
Now, yeah, probably.
But back then, I don't know.
You will still see it. I'll pay for that fight.
I would. I mean, Lomachenko's coming off a loss, so.
But a contested loss. Now I think he looks better. Look how Lomachenko looks now. Look how he made this guy look. Haney won all 12 rounds. And Lomachenko, old Lomachenko, man, Haney.
I don't think that fight. Hold on. That's what me and you gonna disagree. I don't think that fight was as controversial as people try to make it seem.
I think it was
a close fight that could have gone either way, and it went the champion's way.
I think it was a close fight.
But people trying to make it seem like it was a robbery.
Nah, that wasn't a robbery. It was a close fight. I could have went either way.
Yo, I wanted to address something. Hold on. This article, and this really pisses me off because this guy, whatever. All right, so Teddy Atlas on Mike Tyson. He goes, I don't know if he was ever great, and I'm gonna read a couple of quotes from here, and then I'll discuss in my opinion on this. He said, I don't know if he was ever great. I know he was sensational. I know he was the greatest mix of maybe speed and power ever. I know he was one of the greatest punchers from either side of the plate, left or right. There's been great punches with just with the right hand, like Ernie Schaefer's and Deontay Wilder, Max Baer. I don't know if he's ever been anyone who can punch as good as Tyson. I don't know if there's ever been anyone who can punch as good as Tyson did on either side with either hand, other than Joe Louis and a few others. Like, bro, how the fuck you say, yo, he's one of the greatest mix of speed and power, and that only Joe Louis maybe had the equivalent, and then you say he's not great? And let me continue reading this quote. He goes, I don't know if there's ever been such a combination of speed and power to that pure level that he had, and it was a pure level. I don't know if there was ever as good as a fighter as Tyson was. For maybe one night he was great. He wasn't tested, but he might have been ready to be tested that one night against Michael Spence when he took him apart in 90 seconds. I think I saw a great fighter that night. I don't think you can be great unless you have all the requirements of being great. All right. So let me put into context. Teddy Atlas has a little bit of a beef with Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson, and it's in the article, allegedly when he was 15, did something sexually inappropriate. Let me read the quote exactly.
Somebody's niece or something.
I think it was his niece or his wife's niece or something like that. Let me read it because I don't want to. All right. It says Atlas was removed from the camp in 1982 following an altercation with a 15-year-old Tyson. Atlas claimed Tyson had been sexually inappropriate with an 11-year-old female relative of Atlas. All right, so that's what it says. So I don't want to misquote anything. That's what it says in the article. Yo, bro, if you got a personal vendetta, and listen, I'm not justifying anything. If anything happened, shit, I understand why you would feel your way. But there's no way you can say Mike Tyson wasn't great, my brother. That's just a fucking pure lie. Yo, Mike Tyson became heavyweight champion at 20 years old.
Nobody was looking to fight Tyson around that time. No one. People got to start being more honest.
Bro, 20 years old. He's heavyweight champion of the world. By the way, he became heavyweight champion of the world by first round knockout. He beat a champion. He didn't win no fucking vacant title. He beat a champion. And I'm going to take it a step further and pull up Mike Tyson's box rec, since we want to be disrespectful and question if Mike Tyson was great, which is ridiculous statement, but we're going to do that anyways. We're going to pull up the box rec. So at 20 years old, in the second round, excuse me, he knocks out Trevor Burbick out in the second round to become WBC champion. That was in November of 1986. His next fight is a unification against James Smith, Bone Crusher Smith, and he beats him by decision. So he unifies in 5 months. Then he fights Pinklin Thomas, a former world champion, knocks him out in the 6th. Then becomes undisputed in his next fight, which is 3 months later. So in less than a year, so by the time he's 21, he's already undisputed. He beats Tony Tucker, an undefeated IBF champion, to become undisputed at 21 years old. Follows it up by knocking out a gold medalist, Tyrell Biggs, in 7 rounds, knocks out older Larry Holmes in 4 rounds, knocks out Tony Tubbs in 2 rounds, then knocks out the undefeated gold medalist, lineal heavyweight champion, Michael Spinks, in the first round. Like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? At some point, these accolades mean something. At some point, these belts mean something. These lineal championships mean something. In his biggest moment against Michael Spinks, he knocks him out in the first round. In his first title shot, he knocks a guy out in the second round. You can say he doesn't have as great as wins, because he didn't fight in an era where the heavyweights were like the 90s and the 70s. Those are the eras of the heavyweights. Every other era kind of.
That's what you were saying. A lot of times when a lot of these guys are writing reports, and you learned this probably in journalism, a lot of times you got to see who is paying that guy or who they're working for, or if that person has a particular vendetta, because usually they're going to write from that lens.
What it is.
Huh?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, people, if you haven't learned about journalism, if you haven't learned about political parties, a lot of guys, you'll be surprised what's the truth. Because it's very difficult for you to get the truth. Because whatever a journalist is writing, they're writing from a particular lens. Mm-hmm. You know, they're getting paid by a particular group of people. So that's why and Joel says this a lot, journalism is very, very important. And usually, it's unfortunately, a lot of times we don't get the truth. Not us as the consumer, you know?
And Teddy Atlas is somebody who hates boxing, bro. Yo, anytime this guy opens his mouth, it's talking negative about the sport and how it was better back then. And then he wants to big up UFC and all this, but won't mention that Francis Ngannou and John Jones fight, a fight that the UFC fans wanted to see, is never gonna happen. He won't talk about that. He's too busy fucking focusing on hating on boxing and bigging up UFC. It's kind of corny, man. It really is. Teddy Atlas, bro. I understand you have a problem with Mike Tyson, and I'm not gonna say you're not justified. Somebody does something to my niece, my goddaughter, or anybody around my family, I'm not gonna like that person for the rest of my life as well. But I'm also not. You can't come out and say Mike Tyson wasn't great when the guy was undisputed heavyweight champion at 21, and he was youngest heavyweight champion at 20. Then became undisputed at 21. Then became lineal champion at 23, and winning in exciting fashion. Come on, man. Like, that's just a ridiculous statement coming from a person who hates boxing. I genuinely think Teddy Atlas hates boxing.
I think he's a little bit better. I think when he started off in boxing and with an explosion that Mike Tyson came in the game, I think that he thought he was going to have a way better career than he has. He's not one of these big coaches. Think about it, Joel. He's not one of
he don't take on everybody who wants to train. I don't think he had a good gig with ESPN where he was commentating for them, but it got to the point where they noticed he hates boxing. This guy, Yo, his commentating, he
Oh
would
my
only
God,
do it
that was a robbery. Like, he was definitely. But some
always negative,
gotta give it
never positive. This guy.
some things he's spot on though, in terms of the nastiness of the sport, though, Joel. You
Yeah,
know?
but yo, how many like you come on this channel and you get that same energy? You go on the boxing voice and you're gonna get that same energy. That's not hard to find.
Yeah.
The only difference is he had the platform on ESPN. Put me on ESPN. Put me on ESPN and see if I'm not gonna be talking that real shit about the sport of boxing. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Good question. Will you, being that you're such in a big platform, don't tell me you're not gonna refine your vocabulary. You're not gonna execute. Your professionalism is gonna go to a different level.
Of course,
Because
of
the
course.
stage.
What I'm saying is he gets a lot of credit for being real and talking like it is, and he just had the platform. He just had the platform. That's the only thing. I see that shit on YouTube every day. People giving their opinion
That's
straight how it is.
That's nothing special. Yeah.
Yeah. My problem with Teddy Atlas is every time he opens his mouth about boxing, in current boxing, it's negative. And listen, I'm not saying you can't criticize boxing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yo, like, that's not, you can't only talk bad about the sport. If that's the case, stop watching it. Like, what you're doing is turning fans off, and you can say you keeping it real. You can say that. But when something good in boxing happens, I bet you, I don't even know. I bet you we go on his YouTube channel right now. He hasn't talked about Bivol versus Beterbiev being agreed on in principle, and how excited he is for that fight. Matter of fact, before maybe he has, I don't want to put the what's it say? Put the horse before the car.
Let's forget about these old men, man. They history. They done.
That's what I'm saying. We need some young blood, man. Let me see.
That's why you in the game. What you about to look up?
I'm gonna see if he's talked about Beterbiev versus. I'm gonna see. I'm looking at his YouTube. Nah, I don't see nothing about it.
What about Joel? You know what's surprising? No one is talking about this fight that's being worked on, allegedly.
Which fight?
Teofimo's next fight.
Oh, with Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah, I haven't heard. No, that's a good fight. What you think about that fight?
I mean, I'm not that excited about that fight, to be honest with you.
You don't think it's going to be a competitive fight?
I think I think if Jermaine Ortiz chooses to box, use his legs, I think it could be an interesting fight for him. But I think at times, he gets impatient and wants to exchange, wants to fight, and I don't think that's gonna go well for him. I got Teofimo winning by knockout.
The only thing I'm concerned with Teofimo is, with Jermaine, is him getting caught, maybe coming in a little reckless. But in terms of he punches more than Teofimo, and if he has a sound, disciplined attack, he could give Theo a lot of problems. Remember, Sandor Martin gave Theo problems with a disciplined boxing style.
And that's what I said. I think if he comes to box, he can make it interesting, but I don't think that's his natural temperament.
He did it against Herring. We got to give him that. He wasn't just wild and reckless against Herring. So
it's Herring, though.
Yeah, that's true. That is Herring.
You get what I'm saying? It's Herring.
So what's your that fight?
I got Teofimo by knockout.
By knockout?
Yeah, I think he stops him.
When is that fight getting negotiated for when?
What's up?
When is that fight getting negotiated for? For whatever.
I think it's the Thursday of the Super Bowl. So let's say so the Super Bowl is on a Sunday, so 2-3 days before on a Thursday, I believe that fight's on a Thursday. Same way Edwin's fight was on a Thursday. I think they're doing that too. I honestly I don't see this fight. I'm not too excited about this fight. Like, it's a fight that I'm gonna watch, obviously, but I think Tio wins by knockout.
Who you would have been more excited about? Because obviously the other top guy, he's not paying. I like this fight because I don't think it's a hand-picked opponent. That's why I like this fight.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rather see him fight Subriel. I would have rather see him fight Devin Haney. I would rather see him fight. I'd rather see him fight Elvis better. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Elvis is in a tough situation right now, bro. Because it's like he's a good fighter at 140 that has knockout power, and he's not getting. Hopefully, he could get that opportunity against. Because the only person that has a title at 140 that's on the PBC side, well, you got two, Subriel Matias and Rolly. But I don't see nobody picking him as an opponent.
Who Elvis you talking about?
Yeah, Elvis is not just an opponent, you know.
The thing is, like with Elvis, PBC is not making him a priority. That's clear that he's not a priority on PBC. He's not somebody that they pushing like how ESPN was pushing him. It's clear as day that he's just somebody they throw in fucking Minnesota when they fucking care. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed how they've handled his career. I think it's been a lot of mishandling, and I think they don't know what they're doing with Elvis. I think genuinely that's what it is. I don't think they know what they're doing.
That I criticize PBC about that I've noticed they don't have like a Hispanic branch of their company. You see how ESPN has a Hispanic branch? They don't have that, and it's a shame because they're disservicing their own fighters that fight on their platform. So
they don't got enough dates, and they don't got enough dates. I mean, at Showtime they didn't have enough dates. So a lot of times these guys wanted to fight. They wanted to fight 3 or 4 times, but they had to fight once or twice. And you fight once or twice, it's okay when you got a belt. When you got a belt, that's fine. But when you don't got a belt, you're not getting paid $500,000, $700,000 when you could fight once or twice a year and be comfortable financially. So
you could be fighting on TV and be starving right now.
Yo, bro, there's not many boxers that have more money than me and you. I'm being serious. It's not even a funny situation. There's not many. There's you know what I'm saying? And the ones who got more money in 2-3 years may not have more.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You gotta pay everybody.
You gotta pay everybody taxes, and then you got family, and you got cousins, and you got baby moms, and you on child support. Shit, so crazy, man.
So what do you suggest as a media guy? What do you say to these young guys that's coming up, Joel? What do you? Wow, look at your face, Joel.
I don't say nothing. I mean, unless
no, what's your advice, sincerely? Because you've been at the level where when you know what some of these guys are getting paid, you get to talk to them, you see how they're investing. What do you say to a young guy, like one of my that's coming up right now? That's 6-0, 7-0. The type of sacrifices they gotta make to separate themselves from the rest, because it's a lonely road.
I mean, first I would say, don't say no to an interview. Anybody who wants to interview, tell them yes. That would be my first advice, because that's free promotion.
That's free promotion.
You know what I'm saying? So some of your interviews are not going to do good. Some are. Some may go viral. Some ain't. That's fine. You never know. You come on my channel. You. How many times I've been live and all of a sudden I go, oh shit, this guy's on the chat, and I send them a link, and it's Michelle Rivera, and it's Elvis, and it's this and it's that. You never know what happens when you go on somebody's platform. So I would say, do every interview, feel out who you vibe with, and try to go on their platform as much as possible. So if, let's just say, I'm not going to mention their name, but let's just say you develop a really good relationship with me and Ness. So what I would do if I was Boxer A, I would give as many interviews as Broadway Joel and Ness want. I would be like, yo, y'all want to go, I have a fight this Saturday. I want to go on your platform and talk about, I'm selling these t-shirts. Also, learn English. Learn how to use social media. And social media is not posting the same pic every day. You know, a lot of times you posting shit, you hitting in the gym, you talking shit, you do. People have to know who you are. People have to be invested in who you are as a person. You get what I'm saying?
We gotta
I would say,
identify. If we
yeah, yo, bro, you like anime? You know how many people like anime? Put that on your social media. Yo, I love Goku. I love this. I love anime. Blah 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 blah. All right, you know what people are gonna identify with? Yo, I'm with you. I like anime. You like anime. I'm gonna support you just off that. All right, you like
talk about
Jordans?
sacrifices, your struggles, your family, those are things we can identify with as regular common people that work.
Yeah,
Because
yo, you like Jordans? Show your Jordan collection.
we're the ones that's paying for your tickets, the regular consumer. You gotta motivate me for me to come see you. So I gotta identify with you. If I just see you fighting, I'm gonna say, oh, just another fighter fighting. Oh man, this guy's raising a family. This guy, he's really working hard. He's really on the gym every day. Wow, he lost his father when he was younger. You identifying with people.
No, and a lot of these stories I get out of these guys, you know, you don't get nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying like a lot of when I spoke about when Leonel de los Santos came on my platform, he talked about his house burning down and how the government bought him, renovated his house and replaced everything he lost and stuff like that. These are stories that people have that you may not get on another dumbass channel. You get what I'm saying?
No, this is a decorated amateur. One of the most decorated amateurs my country has ever produced. And I did not know who this guy was. That is ridiculous. The disservice that we could do to our
and he got a lot of personality.
A lot of, and now we got talent.
No, what I'm saying, because we talk about marketability.
Yeah,
right now,
we talk about marketability. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so and he got a lot of personality. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I would say, specifically if they Dominican, is I would say, yo, move to America. That's it. Yo, you go to
you gotta stay here and learn the language.
Yo, once or twice a year, you travel back to visit your family, but they gotta understand, yo me mudé de este país.
I gotta
better myself.
A lot of people are not gonna get the opportunities that Edwin de los Santos got. Opportunity like Hector Garcia. A lot of people are not going to get those opportunities, brother.
Exactly.
You have to understand that they were brought in at a week notice, 2 week notice to lose on a big platform. So these are 1 in a million type of opportunities. And there's hundreds of thousands of boxers, right or wrong, Joel?
100%. 100%. So I would.
So a lot of people look at it, Joel, at these guys as a guy, or YouTube media guys. You got to get on these platforms because these are the regular boxing fans get to know you guys, especially the guys that's coming up. You guys got to do your due diligence. Keep working on your craft, obviously, because if you're not prominent in your field, no one is going to want to interview with you now. You got to put in the work.
Sure. Be good. Be good. That's the most important part. Be good.
We want to know about your background. We want to know about your pedigree, your amateur record, where you live, or your personal life somewhat, because these are the things that are going to make you.
Yeah. Finish your sentence.
These are the things that make you connect with the public. These are the things that's going to make you have a fan base. These are the things that's going to get you on TV. Because you have a fan base. So when a promoter sees you, oh, man, he has a nice little following. He's a good fighter. Look, he's packing out shows. There was a kid yesterday that was fighting. And this kid told me they sold out wherever he was fighting. And I'm like surprised. I'm like, yo, how the fuck? How the hell was you able to? How were you guys able to sell out when you're not a household name locally? So these are the things that I want to learn about. You want to include people into what it is your business is in your life, which is boxing. When I bring people out,
I just want to say, you know, this channel is about giving people opportunity and making sure people get known and stuff like that. So I want to bring on my guy, John Vallejo. ¿Qué lo que, mi hermano? What's up?
¿Cómo?
Hey, ¿qué lo que, man? ¿Cómo están?
That's the guy I was talking about, Joel.
I know.
¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están?
Yeah.
Estamos tranquilos. ¿Qué es lo que contigo? Felicidades.
Gracias.
I want to congratulate you on your victory yesterday, man. I tried to reach out to you, but you told me the tickets were sold out. I was kind of surprised because I'm like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
sold out. I sold out. I sold like $12,000 worth of tickets or something like that.
wow, man.
And,
Yeah.
where and the fight was where?
In the Prudential Center.
Oh, in New Jersey. So you got a big fan base out there in Jersey.
Yeah, I got a big fan base out here.
All
Where
right. So
What happened?
where you from?
Me, I grew up in Patterson, New Jersey, but like most of my family, they from Washington Heights.
okay, okay.
Nice,
And
nice.
you was born in DR. You was born in Jersey.
Nah, I was born in New York, but I got double citizenship and stuff. So
Okay.
yo siempre estoy en Santo Domingo and stuff like that. Tengo mi
We
familia que vive en la Romana, tengo familia que vive en la capital and stuff like that. Yo estaba allá en el equipo olímpico entrenando y todo eso, so,
Hey,
sabes,
John, can you tell us a little bit about your amateur background? Some of the things you
and amateur, in the amateurs, I had 100 amateur fights. I was 93-7. I was on the DR Olympic team for a while, training with them until then the Olympics came. And then the AIBA rules changed and stuff, so I couldn't go to the Olympics because of that. But I fought with them out there in Colombia, got a medal out there. I fought in DR in the Juego. What is it they call it? Doing in Santiago all the time. I'll be forgetting the
La Copa
name.
Independencia.
Yeah, Copa Independencia. I got a silver medal there.
Who
In the
you lose
US,
to? Who'd you
huh?
lose to in the gold medal match? Who you lose to?
Another Dominican kid. I ain't really lose, but they just, you
No,
know.
you don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name,
game.
bro.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, I don't even know where he at no more. Like every time I be trying to see if they doing, I don't even think he boxing no more. But they be on bullshit. But
And
it
that's
is
how
what it
it is in
is,
sport.
huh?
I enjoy it. You hear about a guy that's hot, and then you don't see.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, this. I never even heard of him again. And even after the fact, he was like, yo, I know you won. He told me straight up, like, y'all know you won, but you know how. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't even care. It is what it is, bro.
So you did something. What else you done? Have you done something in the
Um,
state?
in the US, I won the Golden Gloves like 5 times. I won the Nationals, the USA Nationals 3 times.
Whoa, whoa,
Um,
whoa! 3 times.
yeah,
Who'd you
I
fight?
won
Who'd
the.
you fight in the amateurs?
I fought a few people. Um, I fought with. Oh, Mercado, Ernesto Mercado.
I know him. Yeah. Well, I
I
don't
fought
know him
Ernesto.
personally. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I fought Ernesto Mercado. I fought. I got a whole list. I'm about to tell you right now, man.
Yeah,
I
no doubt,
fought.
no doubt.
Um, dang, there's so many
And
people.
this
I
is
don't
the
be.
wave of fighters that's coming up now. The wave of fighters that we might not be in tune with, but they're going to be in our radar soon because there's always a new class of guys coming up, and it's the same me and Joel was just talking about.
Let's start off with. Well, how old were you when you started boxing?
I started boxing when I was 17,
Really?
Damn,
And how old are you now?
25.
you
Okay.
started old
You
Yeah, I
started
started.
for boxing. For boxing. You
for
Yeah,
started.
boxing.
for boxing, I started old, but I just put like everything. I liked it, so and I was young still. I'm 17. I liked it, so I was just like, man, I'm gonna just put everything into it. But I always been athletic though. Like I always played sports, so I was already like naturally like strong. I used to play soccer, football. I wrestled,
Okay.
so I
So you
did
used to
kind of
make the
everything.
weight. So you used to making weight
I
if you
knew I knew how to
wrestled.
really how to yeah. So
Yeah.
then once I did boxing, I did the Golden Gloves, like first novice, type, won the whole thing. Then I kept going. Then I went to my first nationals. I only had 9 Eastern quad. I won the whole thing. Won 9 amateur fights.
You won which tournament with 9 amateur fights? You broke
Go
up a
back
little
again
bit.
with that because it cut off.
Oh, I don't know. He lost
Man, see,
service on him.
saying, Joel, these are stories that you don't get. We wouldn't know this. Like a complete novice, a guy that's 17-year-old, winning the national tournament here in the States, Dominican.
Selling $12,000 worth of tickets. That's
And it's so
impressive.
Right.
funny because we don't get these.
He's back. Hold on. He's back. So you
Yeah.
said you won what tournament with 9 fights? You cut out after that.
The Eastern qualifiers, that was like in 2017, 2018. As soon as I graduated high school. My dad wanted me to go to
What weight
college.
class?
I just fought 141 before it turned to then 138. My dad wanted me to go to college, and I was like, nah, man, I want to go to college. Let me just go to this tournament. You know, my parents is Dominican. He like, yo, si tú no ganas este torneo, no venga para atrás para mi casa. Yo, bro. Yo
That's
fui para allá.
Dominican for you.
Yo,
That's
yo,
Dominican for you. That's a
yo fui,
Dominican story.
yo fui
I
para allá y
remember
dije, mira,
once.
yo fui para allá y me le tengo que arrancar la cabeza a todo el mundo, porque yo no puedo ir para mi casa.
Exacto. Después de cambian el candado y todo.
Oye,
So
Nah,
the Golden
nah.
Gloves, Joel. What's the story with the Golden Gloves? They stopped already, right?
But that's in New York. They stopped. He fights out of Patterson.
yeah, in Jersey they still got him.
Okay.
Yeah, in Jersey they still got it. But so what was the process of becoming a pro? Like what was the decision? Why'd you stop amateurs and how long you been a professional fighter?
So after the I was in the DR team and the Olympic things didn't go through, I was just like, man, I'm gonna turn pro. I got enough experience. I sparred with a bunch of like pros already and hold my own, do good with them. So I was like, man, let me just transition to pro. Then I turned pro, but then I had a little issues there with management and stuff. So I didn't fight for like a whole year after my first fight. Then I finally got rid of that, and then I started fighting again and stuff. So I've been pro for like 2 years now.
For us that don't know, that look from the outside in, can you talk a little bit more about why this management issue sometimes with young fighters coming up?
Yeah, because is everything is really like it's money, It's hard to find somebody like that's genuinely just trying to help you and really grind with you like while they manage you to the top. So y'all both can see the fruits of the labor. Everybody want that money to come right away. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like that for every fighter. Not every fighter comes out the amateurs with 100,000 followers or this and that or hyped up. Like there's a lot of boxers in Dominican Republic that will whoop a lot of these Americans' ass. But they just don't got that fan base, bro. We don't got that fan base. But
Talk
I'm
about
I'm
it.
glad I'm glad that now we coming up. We got a bunch of fighters that's good. Like John Carlos Santana, like Juan Polanco. Like there's a lot of us coming up now. Eldy Cedeno, Henderson. Like there's a lot of us.
Right?
Like there's a lot of us coming up now that we like. Man, our country, like these motherfuckers is in trouble now. Like, there's a lot of us now. Like, we about to wreck everything. Like our flag gonna be up there. They gonna respect us now.
First of all, I just want to say I'm loving the energy. The energy got me hyped up.
Yeah.
Are you signed directly to a promoter, or you just doing like your fight by
Nah,
fight?
I'm just doing my own thing right now. But I got a bunch of promoters that's trying to sign me because anywhere I go, like I have people. I fought in Texas my last fight before this one, and I have people fly in from Texas that see me fight my last fight just to come see me over here. So like people like that. They like yo, 'cause they like how I am. They like how I fight. Like I try to put on a show every time. Yesterday I did good. I just put on a boxing clinic, but that's not even really how I fight. I just had to adjust to the fighter I had because he was like real awkward. So I'm not. I always said like I'm not the strong. Like I hit hard, but I'm not the strongest fighter. I'm not the fastest fighter. I'm not probably not the smartest fighter, but I know how to adjust. I know how to win. Like I'm gonna figure out how to win. I know how to win.
If
Yeah, I'm gonna find out how to win.
if you could compare your style to somebody that we're watching now, who can you say that style is like? Like
I ain't gonna lie, I've watched like a lot of things I do. I'm gonna say I'm like a flasher Andre Ward.
oh man,
Yeah, that's
hey,
how I put my style. It's like a flasher. Like
hey,
like a real
Andre
technician,
Ward,
but
Andre Ward, papa, hey,
that's
papa, hey, just can't be throwing
now
that.
I'm saying that's who I copy. That's who I try to be like. Try to be
Okay,
like. I'm just a little
tell me
flashier
who
than
trying to be, because Andre
yeah.
Ward retired
Nah,
undefeated, but he
I
was a
know.
nasty man.
That's a bad man. That's one of my favorite fighters ever.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good person to model your fighting style.
Yeah,
He
and
didn't
then I'm
think about
left-handed,
punishment.
and I know how to switch too, so that's why I copy him.
You switch southpaw and
Yeah,
orthodox.
I know how to fight orthodox. I learned how to fight orthodox before I learned how to fight southpaw. I'm naturally left-handed, but I didn't know that boxing was southpaw and orthodox. I started boxing at 17. They me pusieron derecho, yo me quedé así, and I fought like 5 amateur fights like that. And then
Okay.
I switched when I found out, I'm like, oh wait, I'm actually left-handed. But
Okay.
I already knew how to fight orthodox, so then I just kept doing both.
John,
Yeah, which way you feel more comfortable?
Uh, it depends who I'm fighting.
Okay, so you make
Really
like
depends.
you mentioned earlier, you make adjustments.
Yeah, I'll just adjust. If I feel like, because when I switch to orthodox, my left hand is in the front. So my jab will be like a lot faster than that because it's my left hand. That's my natural hand. So if I feel like you can't get away from that, I'll just stay orthodox and just jab you all day and land something big. Then if I feel like I got to do like a lot of footwork and movement, I'll just go southpaw because I feel more comfortable moving, doing laterals and stuff like that.
hey John, I got a question. What's the process of obviously you're moving, you had a nice little amateur record, you're fighting, there's a bunch of promoters. How do you decide one who you sign with? Secondly, what is the vetting process that these promoters go through? They're coming to your fights, they're saying they're like agents. How does that work for us that are watching from the outside?
Esa gente son unos azarosos toditos, pero I try to, primero yo lo oro a Dios. I pray to God first. Like, yo, God,
Yo,
me and
help
my
me
dad, yeah, help me out. I talk to my dad. That's my best friend, so we try to figure things out. But, you got a lot of like Instagrams and stuff like that. So they going to reach out to you, even if they don't see you at the fight. But that's why I tell people, yo, be careful what you post and stuff, because these people's always watching. And
wow.
it's just not the boxing aspect of it. Like, it's like, your natural self outside of the ring that they
Joel,
look for
a lot
too.
about Joel, you talk a lot about that, about the professionalism.
Yeah, it's just not like what you do in the ring. It's what you do outside the ring.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the
yo,
day,
bro,
you an entertainer, and you like they trying to make you to a star. So they trying to get you sponsors and stuff like that. So
Wow.
if you out here acting like Agent Broner, you think Gatorade want to sponsor you? Hell no.
yo, yo,
There's
John,
no way.
Joel talks a lot about that.
John,
Yeah.
I don't
And
want
it's
to see
bad
you
for our
smoking
culture.
hookah. I don't want to see you
Nah,
smoking hookah
nah,
on
bro.
the Instagram.
I don't drink and I don't smoke. I go out, I buy bottles, and everybody drink except me, man.
Wow, that's real. Smart man.
But
My
I have,
man.
I, but I have,
Belanto.
I put cranberry juice in a cup. I'm in hold. I'm like, yo, I'm like, nah, I'm drinking too. It's cranberry juice, bro. It's my
Aaron
trick.
Mayweather used to do that.
I'm loving it. I'm
Mayweather
loving
used
it,
to get
man.
everybody
Yeah,
drunk. Because
yeah.
you know the end goal.
I be,
Se cortó un
yeah,
poco. You know the end goal, and the end goal is to, be a champion, be a household name.
yeah,
So that requires a big
exactly.
sacrifice. If you're going to be
It
the best
does.
of the best, John, you got to do what most of us are not doing.
For
You
sure.
got to
For
have your
sure.
family
Exactly.
behind you, have your woman behind you. Everybody has to be behind you in order for you to be that star.
Yeah, for you to
Yeah.
accomplish what common people like me and Juan can accomplish, because I can't be a champion, bro. A boxing champion, I can't do it. You know what
Do
I'm
it.
saying? But you could do it. You got to be doing stuff that
Yeah.
I'm not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
drinking, no smoking, eating healthy every day, even when you're
Run
not in camp. Running, sparring, hitting the
hard.
bag, all that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Can you tell us some of the guys you spar that are household names that we might know?
I sparred Tank before.
Oh,
Woo!
Um,
work. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that was good work.
How
I
long
did
ago was that?
6 rounds with him. That was like a year and a half ago, probably.
Da duro el tigre.
Yeah, he could punch, but it was good work though. I was in the pocket when we was just going at it. I
You
could punch too.
He
But I
wasn't watching.
just, huh?
He wasn't watching you, like making you look like an
Didn't
amateur.
wash it was one it was
Nah,
50-50.
I ain't gonna say it was. I don't really like talking about sparring. He my man.
Joel,
He actually called me yesterday. I ain't gonna
because
talk about it.
Tank is
Nah,
levels.
it's all good. It's all good.
Huh?
Tank is at a different level. But who else you spar?
It, I sparred Boots
Coño.
before. Yeah, Boots was good work too.
Ahí tú aprendes, ahí
Um,
estás
I,
aprendiendo.
yeah, I just sparred this guy this last camp a few times. Nicholas Walters. He fought with Lomachenko.
Yeah, I know the Jamaican dude.
He's
Oh, yeah.
Jamaican.
I saw you put the picture up. What about the
Yeah, I
Sick.
sparred him.
things that we might know?
I used I used to spar with Cobra all the time, prime time.
Man, you see? You see how someone can fall from grace that quick? You gotta stay on. You gotta.
I wanna ask you, when you was training in the Olympic Center out in DR, who were the fighters there with you? Rohan, Jan Santana, who was there? Who was there?
I think Evan was there too, right?
No, let him answer the question.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
When you were
They're
at the
breaking up.
Olympic Center, when you were at the Olympic Center in DR, what other fighters was there?
Giancarlo was there. Lionel, Roan,
The best of the best.
Eldy Andri.
Damn.
Who else? Christian, that he's still there. Keith Pinales.
Pinero.
Yeah, those a few. There was a lot of people there.
So these are
Which one of those guys like really like you looked at and you're like, all right, this motherfucker different. You know what I'm saying? Like which one of the guys you mentioned
Give
you
it
really saw?
Probably between Giancarlo and Eldy.
Okay. You saw that you saw
Yeah.
their movements and
I
you're like,
mean,
okay.
yeah, I used to spar with Giancarlo. I actually learned we learned a lot with each other because I was a little awkward and he's good. So we used to teach a lot. But Eldy, I used to see him spar other people and he just nobody even want to spar that motherfucker. I'm like, that motherfucker hit like a truck.
I know he could
That
pop,
boy
man.
could punch.
Everybody tells me that.
That boy could pop. That boy could pop for real.
The only thing that
That's my
concerns
boy
me
right
for
there.
Yeldy is that if he finds that if a guy's not going down, now you gotta bocear, tú sabes, acomodarte para el knockout. Porque va a haber tigres que tú no vas a noquear.
Yeah.
Como el último tigre, ¿tú me entiendes? Que el
Yeah, like yeah. Yeah, but he gonna get it though, because he good. He good. Because he know how to box. People don't think he could box. He could box.
He got skill sets.
He just like knocking people out, but yeah, he got a good jab and everything. He know how to box for real. It's just that he hit so hard that he just be like, man, I'm about to knock you out. He know people can't take that power.
Okay. He done a lot of rounds with Boots, and one day, the first day he sparred Boots, some guy who I know out in Philly called me right away. Yo, this is Dominican kid. You got to interview him. He's the next big thing. And I was just like, who you talking about? He was like, he's a middleweight. I was like, who you talking about? Eldy? He's like, yeah, him. I was like, I know Eldy. I've interviewed him multiple times. He's like, I just seen him spar Boots, man. This kid looked good. And it was the first time I seen it be a 50-50 sparring with Boots and stuff like that. I was like,
because he's watching people in sparring.
Yeah.
From what we understand.
Yeah.
John,
I hear Boots be watching dude. Yeah.
You have a unique
I only did 5 rounds with him. He ain't watched me. I did good with him. But the nigga that was in there before, god damn, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, I don't even think I want to go in there with this motherfucker right now. He motherfucker with a left hand. He motherfucker with a left hand, and nigga head went back and touched his back. I said, oh, hell no.
These are the interviews that I be praying for sometimes. Like, we get good.
I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I don't know. I want to go in there next.
Who hits harder? Let me ask you this: who hits harder, Tank or Boots?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Boots for sure.
Okay, all right.
Boots hit hard.
Like, Boots
he's bigger too. Like,
I believe you. He's bigger, so he should be hitting harder.
He's bigger.
Leverage
no, but Tank hit hard though, and Tank fast.
I know
he's fast as hell.
So how do you get these opportunities?
I seen Tank fight live. I seen Tank fight live.
But Tank humble as hell though. People be thinking he a dickhead. He probably one of the coolest niggas I spar ever. Besides him and Boots, probably the coolest. He cool as hell.
See, those are things we not think when we watch.
Yeah, people think he's a dickhead, but people just be trying him. They think that he ain't not gonna say nothing. He from the hub, bro. He gonna say something every time you try him. But if you cool, he gonna be cool with you. He not no dickhead.
Hey John,
How
so
people be trying to make him.
how you getting all this access to these type of fighters where you get to spar them? You like, so you got people behind you pushing you, paying because you got to pay for all that, right? Traveling, going here, going there.
Yeah, I got a few people behind me, but my dad do most of my footwork though.
Wow. So your pop is
My
very.
dad, my dad. Yeah, my dad real in
Hustling,
tune
selling
like
your
with a
tickets
lot
and
of
shit.
stuff.
Shout out
So
to
Oh
you
your
yeah,
hustling and
yeah,
selling your
yeah.
tickets. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
hustle.
Yo,
while I'm in camp, my dad take care of all that. Make sure my outfit done, everything. Tickets, making sure the family together, wherever the tickets is, he's selling like all that, Like little things you think are not important, but they are.
I
Yo,
know. I listen. I know our outfit's important, bro. You want to look good in there.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the pictures of
Nah,
Instagram
yeah,
gotta look
yeah.
right. I know.
Yeah.
I know
shout out
for
to your
sure,
But
father.
bro.
yeah, my dad be taking care. My dad just be telling me, man, just train hard and fight and win. He said, I'm gonna handle everything else. Don't worry.
Dang, you got
And
somebody
he
like
does it every time.
that.
Yeah,
You got somebody like that on your corner. Because I know you got a small
yeah,
family. You got your lady, your child. So
yeah.
Man,
you're
yo, bro.
I'm sorry, Joy.
Now get Juan.
I just wanted to tell you, man, you have a very unique background, brother. And take advantage of everything that's coming your way. You speak English. You know you have a lot of upside, man. Keep working on your craft, brother, because you have a great future for you, man, if you stay focused. And obviously, you connected with the voice of Dominican boxing, so
I was
you
just
got it.
Yeah.
gonna say, man. I just gonna say, you gonna be on this channel more often. So
You have a
one day
lot of
we'll
insight.
find out what's up.
He has a lot of insight to a lot of things. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And that,
no. I definitely I want to have you on every now and then. I want the fan base to know who you are. So we got to make it work. Maybe once a week you could come on, hop on, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes. Chop up, talk some boxing. Let us get to know you a little bit better. Let everybody know you moving tickets. You motivated. What weight class you fight in the pros?
140.
140. So you in a hot division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually, when you move up, it's 147, a glamour division. So, I definitely want to do a more in depth interview with you, and so definitely
hey,
DM me your number afterwards. So I got your numbers, and we could be
Yeah.
tapped in that way.
before
I
you
got
leave,
you
I
for
got
sure, bro.
a quick question. Real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right
Nah, you
now,
good.
if they call you to be an opponent for one of these heavily promoted top ranked guys or
Oh,
babies,
bro, I'm
you
taking
taking
it.
that fight?
I'm
Oh,
taking
he's
it. I'm
talking
telling you.
crazy.
I'm taking it. That's
You
all I'm waiting
serious?
for. I'm telling you, bro. All I need is one chance. That's all I need. One chance. I'm
See?
different. I'm telling
Wow.
you. I promise you, I'm different.
No, you will take that fight right now?
One of them guys that they got coming up, especially top rank, man. They got a few guys that's there. This I'm
I,
saying
I
like
want
I said the like obviously I'm gonna go for my people all the time, but the best fighter they had like skill for skill that they showed coming up was Rohan
I want
or Abdullah Mason.
Tiger
But
Johnson. What about
man,
push
the
against
rest of them guys, man, kids don't take a Johnson, bro. Keyshawn, it's trash, bro. He's just trash, bro. Niggas ain't all
Hey,
that. They just gassed up, bro. They gassed up.
hold
Niggas
you
on.
ain't all that. I ain't worried
Wait.
about
Hold on. So if
you
they said,
said,
yo, your next, hold on. I'm about to start some trouble right now. So if they said, yo, John, your next fight, we offering you a 8-rounder against. Wait, can you do 10 rounds? Can you do 10 rounds?
it.
All right, I'm offering you a 10-rounder with Keyshawn Davis at 140. Next. What's up? You taking that?
The money right, I'm taking it and I'm being him.
Okay. You think he regular? You don't think he that special?
He's not that special, bro. He's not Shakur and he's not Crawford. He think he's like them because he trained with them, but he's not nowhere near them. He probably just think that.
Okay, there you go, Keyshawn. You got somebody willing to fight you. He
it's a
sells tickets on the East Coast, so it's not like he can't sell
Yeah.
tickets. You know what I'm saying? Let's see that fight. Let's make that fight happen. But yo, John,
it was a
I gotta run. But like I said, DM me your number, please. Don't
I
forget.
got you. No, I got
Don't
you. I'm
forget.
gonna DM it
DM
to
me
you
your
now.
number. We're gonna be tapped in. I'm gonna try to get you on the show more often. That way, the people know who you are. I
Yeah.
definitely fuck with the vibe. The vibe is definitely right. You
No,
speak
I
English, you
appreciate
speak
y'all.
Spanish.
Appreciate you.
Nah, man, we definitely gonna get your name up.
No
Definitely.
doubt.
Oh, this is
Man,
one
y'all.
interview that
You want hold on. You want to shout out anything out before we let you go? Hold on, and everybody go follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna share your Instagram right now, and you can make
Oh
any
yeah.
announcement if you got a website or something. It's called
Oh
is machine underscore 1017. That's his
yeah.
Instagram right here. So you
game.
guys could go check that out. That's you spawned in the hood in DR.
Oh, he,
That was that. No, that was a fight, but the ring fell apart.
oh,
Oh,
okay. Putting in work.
that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
He scored. Okay, all right.
He gave him
There you go.
the dirt treatment.
And also, you got nice videos on your IG too.
See? He's spending money. He's spending money. Who did that for you? And how much you pay for that? We was just talking about that.
I was
Did
probably
it
like
cost you millions of dollars?
$200.
$200.
Nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
Nothing.
professional. Go.
Go follow my man. Go follow my man. Machine underscore 1017. My man John Vallejo, 140-pound prospect, 3-time USA National, 3-time New Jersey Golden Glove, 3-time New Jersey Diamond Gloves, 2-time international, and on the Dominican national team, man. Go support, go check him out. And for sure, man, he'll be on this channel a little bit more often. He'll be on this channel a lot more often.
Said Joel that he tried to get on, but something didn't work out, right?
Now, honestly, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm busy.
No,
A
he
lot
tried
of
to
people
get on the Dominican national team, but I think he.
No,
they
I was
changed
on
the
the team.
AIBA rules.
The AIBA rules, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. You know how it be. You know how it be. But yo, John, I appreciate you.
No, I
DM me
appreciate
your
you
number.
too,
Don't
man.
forget.
Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
All right, my man.
Ya tú sabes, ya se me cuidan.
Tato, mi hermano. All right, fellas. Thank you so much for hopping on, man. That's the end of the show. I appreciate you guys for staying all the way to the end. If you watch all the way to the end, hit the like button, man. I just want to say thank you. Genuinely, thank you. I appreciate you. But I'll see if I go live tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure tomorrow. If I do go live, will be a Spanish show. But I appreciate every single one of y'all. Till next time, guys. Peace.